For Unit 8, Day 6 notes about histograms, first let's define histogram. A graph that can display data from a frequency table Okay, so first thing we need to do for making a histogram in example 1, the data below are the number of hours per week a group of students spent watching television. What is a histogram? That represents the data. So we need to go ahead and figure out our frequency table, and then we can go ahead and draw a histogram. So first thing, to figure out our intervals here for the hours, we need to look for the biggest and smallest number in the list of data. So it looks like to me that 22 is our largest number and 0 is our smallest number. So I would go ahead and do 22 minus 0, which would give me 22. And over here I'm given 4 rows, so I need to divide by 4 because I need 4 sets of intervals. If I divide by 4, this gives me 5.5. And we've discussed that we always round up, so this becomes a 6. So from 0 to 5 is our first interval because it's this number plus 5 more, which gives us 6 numbers. So here I would have 6 plus 5 more would give me 11. Then I would go to 12 plus 5 more is 17. And then 18 plus 5 more is 23. Okay, so I have 18 plus 5, that gives me 6 total numbers there. So now I'm going to go through the data here and just mark off what falls between 0 to 5. So it looks like we've got 1, 5, 0, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. Okay. Then from 6 to 11, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. From 12 to 17, we have 3 numbers. And then it looks like 22 is the only number that falls between 18 to 23. So real quick check to make sure I have all my numbers accounted for. If I count here, I have 15 numbers. Okay, so over here, this should add to 15. So let's check. 6 and 5 is 11, plus 1 more is 12, plus 3 more is 15. So looks like we have all of our numbers accounted for. So our frequency table is done. Now for our histogram. First of all, you want to draw an L shape. And we're going to leave some room here at the bottom. And we should label. Okay, so down here is our intervals. So this is the number of hours. It's kind of hard to see. And so we're going to break that up. Okay, so the first one is 0 to 5. Then we have 6 to 11, 12 to 17, and then 18 to 23. Over here, we need to put at least 1 through 6, because 6 is our highest number here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark off 6. Okay, so now if you look, we've got 0 to 5, and it goes all the way to 6. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a bar up to 6. Okay. Then for 6 to 11, we're at 5. So that's going to be right here. Then from 12 to 17, we're going up to 3. Okay. And then for the last one, we only go to 1. So if I go here to 1, we see it marks right there. And as you can see in the histogram, there's no gaps between your bars. You don't want any gaps. Okay. And for the last part here, we have 3 types of histograms that are shown. There's the uniform, where all the bars here are pretty much the same height. Symmetric, so it looks pretty much the same on both sides. And then skewed, so in this one is like there's really no pattern. Okay, so if I look down here at these 2 examples, I'm going to know, which category would it fall under? Uniform, symmetric, or skewed. So for this one here, I would say this is symmetric. I mean, it looks pretty symmetric on either side of the middle bar here. And then for letter B, we have what would look like skewed. The bars are not even, and there is no pattern. And that's all.